Good morning, friends. Welcome to the today's topic, riddles in medicine, and today's riddle is overhydration or fluid overload. We are all aware of the importance of fluids and what dehydration can do to our body. Dehydration can cause myocardial ischemia, resulting it into myocardial infarction and death. It can cause renal ischemia, it can result in renal failure and death, it can cause cerebral ischemia and result in the cerebral accident and death. Some more than 14 years back, when I was working in Lions Kidney Hospital and Urological Research Institute, I was asked to see a patient who was admitted under surgical care with vague abdominal pain and vomiting. The patient has been also seen by many doctors from other hospitals, but no conclusion has been arrived at. But one thing was certain, that every doctor who saw the patient and everybody who did any test on the patient advised the patient to take plenty of fluids, with their understanding of excreting the dyes which they were using. But they did not have the responsibility of regulating the things. When I saw this patient, I started to adjust it, but even before I could do much, I received a call from the hospital that patient is breathless. I have told you already, we call it dyspnea. So dyspnea is fast as well as consciously troubled breathing, which means there are something wrong with the lungs. So I examined, there were fine to medium crepes on both the lungs. So I ordered to give 60 milligram of Lasix intravenously. Lasix, chemically called furosemide, is a very strong diuretic. It acts on the loop of Henle and causes diuresis. It also causes loss of electrolytes like sodium and potassium, particularly potassium, which is just 3.5 to 5 milliequivalents per liter in the serum. This level, if exceeds 5, it is also dangerous for the patient, and if it falls below 3.5, that also is dangerous for the patient. So one has to be very careful with. Lasix has a unique action of causing venodilatation. The small venules, they dilate, resulting in less return to the heart and therefore less pushing of blood to the lungs and decreasing the congestion in the lungs. Then when we injected 60 milligram of Lasix to this patient, she passed about 1.5 liters of urine in 1 hour and she felt comfortable. So after making arrangements for this, I left the patient with the hospital and came home. Another patient about the same time was brought to me from Aligarh. The patient's brother was my patient and I had treated him. Feeling satisfied with my treatment, he requested me to see his brother, whom he brought from Aligarh. The patient was a male, about 62 years of age, who was suffering from diabetes mellitus with early renal failure and with renal dystrophy, renal osteodystrophy and hypertension. So I explained them the prognosis and I told them that you better go to a bigger hospital or some specialist center. But they insisted to have treatment with me. I admitted him in the hospital and started the treatment, gave fluids cautiously as I had seen in the last patient, but told them to give oral fluids. Unfortunately, they did not appreciate my advice seriously and gave fluids without any regard. The result was that next night at about 8, I received a call that patient is dyspneic. It means patient is breathless. So I told them to give 60 milligram of Lasix. I reached the hospital and then sat there for 1.5 hours. In this time, the patient who was not able to lie down was sitting and was being given oxygen, was lying comfortably in the bed, in supine position without oxygen. He had passed about 1.5 liters of urine. So this was another clear-cut example of overhydration, too much fluids which have got into the lungs and causing. Sometimes you may not find too much of capitations in the lungs but patient may be dyspneic. This is because of interstitial edema. The fluid is not in the alveoli to cause so-called rales or capitations. In another case was a male about 62 years of age, a person from Sikh family who sustained myocardial infarction. This was quite early phase of my practice, and that means about 50 years from now back. Not many things were available at that time. I saw the patient and I made a diagnosis of myocardial infarction with cardiogenic shock. I explained to them that get him admitted in the hospital because the death rate in such patients is 99.9% in the best centers. But they said that the patient's desire was that if he is to die, let him die at home. He doesn't want to die in a hospital. So you leave that part aside and you treat him. So we did our best. I involved an anesthetist, and with his help, I gave him some fluids. His blood pressure came up to 120 millimeter of mercury, which gave us some satisfaction. But because of cardiogenic shock, the blood pressure had become so low that patient had developed renal ischemia and renal failure, which resulted in pulmonary edema and death of the patient. So I will just give you one more example. This was the mother of a doctor who was in charge of a corporation hospital. This lady was suffering from hypertension. She was also 65 age plus, and she developed myocardial infarction and suddenly went into pulmonary edema. To give immediate help, I injected 60 milligram of Lasix intravenously and advised them to go to the hospital. Since I knew the doctor, I accompanied them to the All Institute of Medical Sciences. But unfortunately, even before reaching the hospital, patient died. Their fingers and nails had become blue, lips had become blue altogether. But what more important was that she developed acute gastric dilatation. Her abdomen got inflated like a tube or a tire after inflating with air. So friends, these are the advantages and disadvantages of the overhydration. So remember, whereas dehydration is bad for the patient, overhydration can also be bad. So then how much fluids a person needs? A person needs about 2 to 3 liters of fluids. A normal person we are talking of, or 6 to 8 glasses of water. Plain water should be sufficient. There is no need of energy drinks or glucose put in water or nimbu pani or anything similar. So then having done all this type of thing, what is the best way? Best way is to make an intake output chart. Here you are at almost no risk. You are giving only that much fluid which is essential for the body. But output must be understood. It is the urine output, it is the gastric aspiration, it is the pleural aspiration, it is the ascitic aspiration or pericardial aspiration. Whatever, if the patient is having loose motions, Even motions should be also included in this output. All this put together plus another 500 ml of fluid should be given to the patient to compensate for the insensible perspiration. The insensible perspiration can vary depending upon the weather. That adjustment you can make. It may be just 400 ml or you may require even 700 ml of fluids. So adjust accordingly. If the sweating, if the weather is humid, hot, and the patient is a physical laborer, he should be given extra fluids for that. This type of adjustment you should be able to make, and that's all what I can tell you today. Next time we will take up some other interesting topic. Friends, I may again advise you that do like, comment and subscribe if you have not done already the channel, and if you have not pressed the bell button, do press it. This will give you information for the forthcoming videos. If you have any suggestion for or any topic in your mind, you can also communicate to me. Friends, I have been sending links of my videos to all those who are in my friends list, but there appears to be some misunderstanding. People are hesitant in clicking the link, thinking that this can be some hoax, their account can be drained, some money from the banks will be taken out. This link cannot take your money out. The moment you click the link, video opens and you can watch the video, comment there and say anything you want. You want to comment adverse or good, or you can only write nice, good, so that I know that somebody is reading my video, seeing my video, and if you give any suggestion for the topic, that also will help in this regard. Many of you, they make some sort of sticker there like thumbs up or some other such sticker, or even text on the messenger. That does not serve the purpose. There is no need of doing anything. Simply if you write done, that is sufficient. What is important is that you have to open the video and give your comments, likes or whatever it is on the video. If you don't do that, then you are not really a good friend of mine. Thank you very much. Take it lightly.